All right, let's just jump right in, because there is this huge financial movement that is absolutely blowing up on social media. It's all about one thing: taking back control. And it's called the No Buy 2026 Challenge.
So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You get that little rush, that little dopamine hit from a quick online purchase, but then, a little while later, you look at your bank account and bam, that thrill is gone, and instead you just feel this wave of anxiety.
Well, if that's you, you are so not alone. In fact, thousands of people are planning what is basically a dopamine detox for their wallets. And the results? They are saving a ton of money. It's all set to go down in 2026.
So why is this happening now? What is driving this whole movement? Well, it all comes down to breaking free from something that people are calling the overconsumption chokehold. Let's break down what that actually means.
I mean, this quote just nails the feeling perfectly, doesn't it? It's that awful cycle. You get this temporary high from buying something new, but it is immediately followed by that long-term stress of just watching your savings get smaller and smaller. And this is the perfect way to picture that battle happening inside your head. On one side, you've got the thrill of the impulse buy, that little bit of retail therapy, and of course, the constant pressure to keep up with every single trend. But on the other side, you've got the cold, hard reality: overconsumption, savings that are dwindling, and that terrible feeling of not being in control of your own money. That word chokehold is what you hear over and over from people who are taking on this challenge. But here's the inspiring part. There's this massive collective movement rising up. People are deciding that 2026 is the year they finally break free. So what are they actually giving up to do it?
Okay, let's get into the good stuff. This is the 2026 hit list. We're talking the exact items that are on the chopping block for thousands and thousands of people. And trust me, a couple of these are probably going to surprise you.
So looking across all the videos and posts, these are the top categories that just kept popping up. We're talking perfumes, fast fashion, daily coffee runs, even things like those trendy water bottles, and all the subscriptions we forget we have. And of course the big one, those impulse buys fueled by TikTok Shop and the aisles of TJ Maxx.
But what is absolutely wild is the number one item on this list. You'd probably guess it's clothes, right? Or maybe the latest phone. Nope, you'd be wrong. The number one thing people are planning to stop buying is perfume.
And honestly, when you look into it, it makes total sense. You see video after video of people with shelves, drawers, even boxes just overflowing with fragrances. So many of them admit to blind buying expensive scents just because they saw them hyped up on TikTok, and now they have these huge collections they could never, ever use up. Coming in hot at number 2 is a culprit we're all a little more familiar with: fast fashion. But the goal here isn't just to stop shopping, it's about a much bigger shift in how people are thinking about their closets. And this is the real game changer. It's moving away from buying tons of cheap, trendy clothes that literally fall apart after you wash them a few times. Instead, the goal is to invest in a smaller, higher quality capsule wardrobe. Think natural materials like cotton and linen that are actually built to last. And number 3, oh boy, it's the daily habit that just quietly drains so many of our bank accounts without us even noticing: buying coffee. Let's just do some really quick math here. If you buy a $5 coffee just 3 times a week, you are spending $720 a year. And for a lot of people, that number is easily over $1,000. When you see it like that, making coffee at home starts to sound pretty amazing, doesn't it? Okay, so maybe you're feeling convinced. You see the problem, you see the things you could probably cut back on. But how do you actually do this without giving up after like a week? Well, let's get into the official no-buy playbook. The whole strategy really breaks down into 4 simple but seriously powerful steps. Number 1, identify your triggers. 2, make your rules. 3, track everything. And number 4, this is the secret weapon: wait 72 hours before you buy anything. Let's talk about triggers for a second. These are those specific feelings, like boredom or stress, or even the places, like walking into TJ Maxx or just scrolling the TikTok shop, that make you instantly want to spend money. Just knowing what they are is half the battle. Next up, your rules. And they do not have to be extreme. This is not an all or nothing thing. You can go for a strict no buy, meaning you buy 0 new things in one category for the whole year, or you could do a low buy, where you limit yourself, like maybe buying only 1 new clothing item per season. The whole key is to make it work for you. Now for my favorite part,
The 72-hour rule. It's so simple. When you get that urge to buy something you don't really need, you just force yourself to wait 3 full days. If you still want it after that time is up, okay, then you can consider it. This one little trick single-handedly destroys that dopamine-fueled impulse to add to cart.
And all of this whole movement really comes down to this one powerful idea. As one person put it so perfectly, your 20s are not for buying everything, they're for building stability. This challenge is just a tool to help you get there. So here is the most important thing to remember. A no-buy year isn't about restricting yourself or punishment. It is about being intentional. It's about taking the steering wheel back from the advertisers and the algorithms and putting yourself back in charge of your money and of your future.
Which really leaves us with just one final question for you to think about. After hearing all of this, what is the very first thing that pops into your head for your own no-buy list?